Mr. Speaker, members, distinguished guests, we are truly living in momentous times. The issues we face are immense. A radical Supreme Court ripping away abortion rights, ending affirmative action, and just this morning, allowing businesses to discriminate against same-sex couples. Climate change threatening our planet and our way of life. LGBTQ plus kids and families under attack, and McCarthy-era forced outing policies threatening the safety of kids and teachers in our schools. Poverty, homelessness, racism, anti-Semitism on the rise, and even our democracy is at risk. This moment calls for the kind of strong leadership embodied by our friend Robert Rivas. Leadership that confronts our many challenges head-on. Leadership aimed at healing divisions. Leadership that understands that our most enduring progress arises when we build consensus and bring everyone along. Leadership that stands strong against those who aim to tear us apart or prey on fear and hate. And leadership that is grounded in humility and love, especially for our most vulnerable. Growing up in humble farm worker housing with his mother and brother Rick, his values were shaped by the examples around him. People who worked hard in the vineyards every day to provide for their families so that their kids might have the opportunities afforded by the California dream. And while he came from a community of scarcity, there was no scarcity of love or examples of standing up for what is right or sacrificing to fight for a better life for the people in his community. The example he saw was his grandfather, who fought alongside Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, fighting for better pay and better working conditions for farm workers. Rob has fought throughout his public life for things that weren't always all that easy, like protecting his rural community's groundwater from the damaging impacts of fracking and understanding that there would be political costs doing that. With my own eyes, I saw him stand up for LGBTQ plus kids while he was a school administrator in Hollister. He was one of the LGBTQ plus community's earliest champions in rural California. Not just because that was the popular thing to do, in fact, it was probably the opposite, but because it was just and it was right. He understands the need to address climate change with urgency. He will be a rock-solid champion protecting abortion rights and reproductive freedom. And he will stand strong to protect LGBTQ plus people, our Jewish communities, and communities of color throughout the state. He will also fight for our schools, small businesses, and our economic growth. Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter once said, a leader leads people where they want to go. A great leader doesn't lead people where they want to go, but where they ought to be. And that's why I'm so proud to support Robert Rivas today as he leads us not to where it's just easy to go, but where we need to go. Rob, I can't tell you how proud of you I am, how proud I am to have earned your friendship, and I congratulate you on this achievement and look forward to being by your side as you lift up the people of this great state so that we can all achieve our greatest potential. Thank you and congratulations.